Hi there and welcome to a new video in which we're going to be talking about Jolt physics being natively integrated inside of the official version of Godot 4.4. First of all, why is this change important? What is exactly Jolt physics, etc. So first of all, let's click over here so that we get more information about this. And this is basically a physics engine, okay, that has been used in, for example, Horizon Forbidden West, okay, which is, as you can see, a game that is, for example, in PS5. You can just take a look at the graphics here and well see that it is indeed a pretty let's say complex game itself in terms of graphic stuff, mechanics, etc. We don't have to be masters in order to understand this. And well, basically the physics engine that was used is basically this one, Jolt physics. And basically what Jolt does is that it provides amazing behaviors much better than what the Godot physics can provide by default. It also has a better performance. So overall it's basically the best physics engine that you would be able to use inside of Godot. So until now in, for example, 4.3 stable, the way in which you would start using Jolt in your projects would be to go to the asset library, and here you have to manually look for Jolt physics, then here select it and you have to download it. So as you can see, even though the process was still like quite doable because it doesn't take that much time, it is still something that you will require to do, okay? So you still have to go to the project settings, download everything, go to 3D physics, turn on advanced settings, select it over here and save and restart your project again. So right now the physics that we are going to be using, the physics engine that we're going to be using is going to indeed be Jolt physics. But well, you saw the whole process that we had to follow. But the process in Godot 4.4 is much easier because now Jolt is natively integrated in Godot. And what this means is that basically now if you go to project settings and you have advanced settings on, okay, and go to physics 3D, here directly you're going to be able to find it as an option in the physics engine. So you can just select it and save, restart, and as you can see you are going to be saving a lot of steps. So this is the main new stuff that is in Jolt, okay? That is, sorry, in Godot 4.4 related to Jolt. The plugin is still like quite similar or mostly the same one as you would just download it over here, okay, in the assets library. So basically in Godot 4.4, to make it direct and simple to understand, the main difference with 4.3 is just that it is going to be natively integrated, which means that in every single empty Godot project you can just go ahead and select it from the list without having to download any kind of external plugin. That is what natively integrated means, by the way. Now, something that you may be asking is why this is not like right now the default physics engine, because we have seen in lots of videos, and probably you already know that why if the integration right now works quite well, why don't we directly have Jolt as the default physics engine selected over here, okay, whenever you create a brand new project? And basically the explanation is over here. While this PR, which means pull request, and a pull request is basically a suggestion that has been made to in order to add something to the engine, might be one of the most rigorous tested ones. We are eagerly awaiting your feedback and GitHub issues to eventually be able to drop the experimental label on this addition. So basically they still have to fix some stuff to basically finish up the integration between Jolt and Godot, and once that is done, it is going to be probably the default physics engine of Godot, okay? But as we have seen, we still, until now, okay, we have to enable this alternative to Godot physics in the project settings, but it is still a pretty good step towards getting this default physics engine. So probably I don't think that maybe we have to wait until 4.5, which would take a few months. Maybe in one of the betas or release candidates of Godot 4.4, maybe, okay, and only maybe, we have basically the Jolt physics directly selected as the default physics engine. And well, this is something super important, okay, because Godot has sometimes been criticized for its poor 3D physics, okay, and Jolt literally fixes mostly every single problem that Godot physics have, okay? So what do you think of this? I'm going to be reading your opinion in the comments.